This video is sponsored by Toppr Answr. Solve your doubts instantly 24/7 from Toppr experts. Okay, so I am very excited for two reasons. Number one is because this is a new YouTube video that I'm posting after a super long time. And the second reason is because after watching this particular YouTube video on how to revise, I'm very sure that you are going to revise so good for your exams that you'll actually end up scoring amazing marks. So I use this particular revision technique before every exam and it helped me so much that I was actually able to score between 75 to 85 and sometimes even 95% as well. Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel, and without any further ado, let's get started. So let's start with the first technique or the first point, and that is 3-page note strategy. I've been talking about 3-page note strategy across all of my YouTube videos, and this is again the reason why I'm bringing this up again is because of how effective the technique in its true form actually is, right? So essentially what 3-page note strategy is, whenever you're studying a particular chapter for the first time, what you have to do is you have to summarize the entire chapter in under 3 pages. You need to include all of the important theorems, mathematical equations, pointers that will remind you of the entire concept, whatever makes sense to you and whatever is relevant and important about that particular chapter should be written and summarized in under 3 pages. That way, whenever you're completing every chapter, you're making 3-page notes of that particular chapter, and one day before your exams, or say 1 hour before your actual exam, you can just read through every chapter in under 3 pages and you'll be able to completely revise your syllabus in under 1 hour itself because of how you've orchestrated or how you've summarized the entire chapter in under 3 pages. So very important thing, keep your 3-page notes ready so that whenever it's the time for you to revise before your exam, be it 10 minutes, be it 30 minutes, be it 1 hour, it's gonna be super duper easy for you. So that's number one, keep your 3-page notes ready for every chapter. The second technique is kind of underrated. Like, no one really for some reason takes this particular thing that important, but it is super effective, and that is to actually sit and watch summary videos of your chapters on YouTube. And for those of you who do not have summary videos of those chapters or that subject, you've got summary notes on Google, right? So a lot of times what my brother did during his 9th standard final exams is he went through, he basically searched for the chapter name space summary video, or he searched for the chapter name space run through or marathon. So he used these terms, right? And even I did this while I was in my BCA, right, during my college, and I used to find like a 20-minute video or a 30-minute video of every chapter that was summarized, and where the instructor was actually obviously first thing summarizing the entire chapter, second of all talking about the important things that you need to keep in mind, third of all giving a lot of nuggets, fourth of all obviously showing the questions that might be appearing from this particular chapter. And out of nowhere, from knowing nothing about the chapter, just by watching the summary video of this particular chapter, I understood so much of it in such a less time, right? So yeah, the next thing that you can do is watch the summary videos of that particular chapter. Do it for the 5, 6, 10 chapters that you've got, and you've already learned a lot about the chapter in a very constrained or very less time. And for those of you who do not have YouTube videos, right, summary YouTube videos present for that particular chapter of yours, what you can do is look out for summary notes, show that to your teacher and ask them, right, just ask them if that makes sense, if you can go ahead by learning the summary notes. And a lot of times, in fact for my particular college itself, our teachers provided summary notes for us. So just check with the teachers as well. If you can find summary notes from your teachers from your college or from your school, that would be even more better. So that's the second strategy or the second technique of revising effectively and scoring out of out marks. Now before we move ahead to the third, fourth and fifth point, I've got a very interesting tool for you guys, because we are most of the time studying in the last moment, and a lot of times what happened for me is I'm in the last moment, there's like 1 day left for the exam and I maybe cannot reach out my teacher, cannot reach out my friend, or could not find this particular answer, for a particular problem, and it's just getting very stressful, right? When I was, studying, I did not have access to this tool. I'm very jealous of you people, and I'm also happy for you guys because this particular tool, which happens to be the sponsor of this video, is gonna help you out solve this exact problem. Say hi to Toppr Answr. Toppr Answr is the Swiss knife of an app for every exam warrior like you and my brother. Their Ask an Expert feature solves any of your doubts at any time of the day in less than 60 seconds by connecting you with expert tutors for that particular subject. All you have to do is tap the Ask option, tap on Ask New Doubt, click a picture and start chatting with an expert tutor to clear your doubt. These tutors are available 24/7. So subscribe to this awesome feature using my promo code SHREYAS40, that's SHREYAS 40 for a 40% discount on all packages. This literally costs cheaper than a pizza. You also have an option where you can get a solution to any problem in under 60 seconds. Click on the solve option, click a picture of the problem and boom, you've got the solution. Not just that, Toppr Answr has an amazing repository for every subject where you can get cheat sheets, mind maps, formula sheets, important diagrams, history of weightage for every particular chapter, summarized notes of every chapter and more for free. You already saved countless hours of Googling by just going through the study section on the app. You can literally solve your doubts anytime, anywhere without relying on your friends or teachers with Ask an Expert. This offer is specially made for the out of out squad, that's you guys. So make use of this before it gets over. Apply the coupon code SHREYAS40 to get the discount. Go check out Toppr Answr and subscribe to Ask an Expert using my code SHREYAS40. And thank you Toppr Answr for sponsoring this video. The third strategy is underlining and writing nuggets. So what is underlining and writing nuggets? It clearly says, right, underlining. So what you're going to do is when you're reading something from your notes, teacher's notes, friends' notes, auntie's notes, or your textbook, underline whatever you feel is important and whatever the teacher says is important. So next time when you're removing the entire chapter again or those notes again, you just can read what's underlined and you will be able to recall the entire concept or remind yourself of how much you've learned. So in many ways also assure yourself that you know this concept better and you would not be forgetting it. So yeah, the first thing, underline all those important stuff in your textbook or in your notes. Second thing is the nuggets part, right? So a lot of times what I do is whenever I've understood a particular concept of say one paragraph or two paragraphs, I rewrite that entire paragraph in a sentence, referring to anything that makes sense to me. So what you can also do is write something that is relevant and that kind of reminds you or makes you understand this concept even more clearly and sandwich it in say 2 or 3 sentences in the textbook itself. So next time when you're looking at that entire paragraph, you can just look at that nugget that you've written and you'll have an idea of this is what it is all about. So yeah, that's number 3, underlining and writing nuggets. Number 4 is maintaining a hack book. Again, so whenever you're studying, what you have to do is for subjects like mathematics, computer science, physics or chemistry, you have to maintain a separate hack book. You've got your notes, you've got your textbook and you've got a hack book. Now what will be written in a hack book is basically, say for example, you're learning a new concept in math, right? So you're gonna write the how-to steps in this hack book and you're gonna write an example for that as well. You're gonna do this for all chapters, all important concepts, so that whenever it's the time for you to revise or revisit a particular concept, you can just go to the hack book where you've written the exact how-to in your own language, the way you understand best on how you can solve that particular problem. That way you're already gonna understand how the problem needs to be solved by by recalling what you've already previously learned. Second of all, you also got an example in your hack book, right? So with the how-to, you also got an example for that how-to, and that brings in a lot of clarity, especially in the last moment. For mathematics, it can be those problems. For physics, it can be theorems. For computer science, it can be the logic of a particular language that you're learning, right? Say for example, you got binary search, you got so many things, Fibonacci series, all of those things, right? And for chemistry, obviously it's equations. Again, for chemistry and physics, you've got numericals, right? So you can again, in the hack book, write down how a numerical is solved and also put an example. So next time, whenever you're going to that exam, you've got a hack book ready where if you don't know, suddenly in the last moment, you just forgot this particular concept, hit to that, you have an entire how-to that you've written in your own language and you've got an example for that as well. So yeah, number 4, maintain a hack book. Number 5, the 5th strategy to revise and score out of out is I've been again talking a lot about this particular strategy on my channel from a long time, only because of how effective the strategy is, and that is call up your friends and explain the chapters to them, and let them also explain a few chapters to you. What happens when you talk to your friends or classmates, right? When you explain them chapters or explain them concepts, first thing is you get more confident on what you've learned. Second thing is you remember that in a much concrete way, because you're telling to your friend and telling yourself the entire concept again and again. In fact, you're trying to get the other person understand the concept much better, which means you need to understand that concept, right? And you will subconsciously understand, and when you're trying to explain, it gets ingrained in your memory much better. Third thing is, if you happen to miss something, your friend is there to help you out and let you know that, dude, by the way, you know what, we just forgot about this particular thing in this concept. So you get to catch hold of a few liners or things that are kind of important in every concept, and while you're discussing with your friends, you get that, right? You get reminded of that, right? And the opposite side, obviously your friend's gonna teach you a few concepts, they're gonna revise you a few concepts, and the same thing's gonna apply to them as well. And this is exactly what happens when you revise with your friends. And keeping this aside as well, right? While you're revising with your friends, you also get more confident in writing the exam. You feel a little less stressed because you're actually studying with someone. Both of you are sharing that mutual stress, and both of you are going this together. So he or she, that's your friend, will also benefit, and you will also benefit with this style of revision as well. So these are the 5 strategies that you can use for your exam. Use at least one of the strategy so you can actually see amazing results in your exams. And if you apply all of the 5 strategies that I just spoke about, you are gonna, my friend, you're gonna score amazing marks, and I am so excited for you to see scoring those amazing marks. So that's about it for this video. And yeah, do like the video, do share the video to your friends, comment down, and I'll try to reply to your comments, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel, and check out the Toppr Answr app. Pretty helpful for each and every one of you, and don't forget to apply the discount coupon, that's Shreyas40, for you to get 40% discount. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in another video. Chalo, this feels so good to say, right? Chalo bye, because like it's been so long I made a YouTube video. So yeah guys and girls, that's about it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.